So we're super excited to walk through another NEXTGen property. So this one, single family. Kamara is amazing. We have so much fun with her. She's always on all the coaching calls, ready to go. So excited to check out her property, which she's getting updated, doing some renovation, having some challenges along the way. So excited to see what's going on in there so we can help make sure she gets from point A to Z and knocks this whole thing out.
Let's take a look. Hey, how are you, Kamara?
How are you?
We're doing very well.
It is 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. There's one room, there's one room downstairs it's not technically considered a bedroom because the window size, but there's a bathroom down there.
Okay.
I purchased it for like $70,000 back in 2003.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've had it for a really, really long time.
Yeah.
And it's about I think 1,000 square feet, maybe a little bit under, so it's not, very big.
Yeah.
But it's not a very old Baltimore house. It was built in 1978. So the rehab scope was, I had popcorn ceiling, and so my first thing was to get them to drywall and paint new flooring. As you see, the floors right here, it's not in yet. Downstairs, he did the baseboards, and I think in the bathrooms, he redid the baseboards. The kitchen, they were supposed to put in the countertops, put in the cabinets, do the flooring, finish up, yeah. And then the bathroom, they were supposed to redo the bathroom. So all the bathrooms were supposed to be redone, and then paint these railings and do that kind of stuff. Let's start in the kitchen because I'm supposed to be having a delivery today. So I've been having some concerns with some of the workmanship.
And these contractors can be tough.
Yeah. My plan is to use it as a short-term rental, traveling nurses, and also and then possibly like a peer-to-peer space. Like I wanted it to really look nice and high-end, so people could come and take pictures or content if somebody wants to cook and have a cooking show, things like that.
I like that creative idea. That's different. That's cool.
Yeah, they're actually coming to put the countertops in today. I don't know where, but everything is behind. So we were supposed to finish October 30th, and we started at the end of September. They were doing some stuff here that obviously was out of their realm. This pantry, they called me and they said, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. And I'm like, well, they did a layout. Like, what do you mean? They were putting that pantry where the refrigerator would be, and they ended up messing up, like you'll see at the top, like,
Yeah, they had notched it.
But they were putting it there, so I'm thinking I could, I would have to return it, and I wouldn't have that extra pantry.
The way they built it, it's almost like this step is supposed to be flush with the doorway. Because between steps, you're supposed to have a certain distance between each step, and so you're not getting it here, which makes a tripping hazard. And this piece of wood right here is not in right. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. This one's okay. It's just that it's not tied in. Like this needs to be reattached to this one.
That window doesn't allow it to be a bedroom.
It might be too small.
Yeah.
No, and the way, because it opens side to side instead of up and down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this will just be like a bonus, I guess.
Yeah, like an office or a den or.
But you're really, I think it's worth the investment to try to make this a bedroom. Because you got the ceiling height, you got a bathroom, which is great, you got a closet, you're right there.
Also though too, with her exit strategy.
Well, if I'm this close, maybe later down, I can still, sort of do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So this is the bathroom here, and this has the fan on it, the exhaust fan.
Yep.
Okay.
But it doesn't go anywhere. He was explaining to me, it's not
There's
vented.
no vent.
It's no vent, but he said it'll move the air around.
Right, that's what that's exactly
No,
what
it's
my
not
brain is
cold.
right now.
It's definitely not. I'm telling you right now.
No, it's not close. Sure.
Oh, you have to have it vented?
Yes. Coated will be vented.
They took the trim off but didn't replace it yet. They're planning on putting more trim on at the bottom.
Oh, in here?
What? No.
Okay.
They said they're done, which I don't. Like they didn't finish up in here at all.
Right. But you can get a 6-inch trim or probably an 8-inch trim and put it around there. It's not expensive. It's not a lot of work.
I noticed with the drywall here, when you press on it, it's not like.
Oh.
But the other areas.
And yeah, it's because they laminated it. And I can see the popcorn ceiling right underneath it. They laminated it, which means you, just like you laminate a piece of paper,
Yeah.
they just put drywall right on top of what's already there.
Right.
Okay.
Which is what you knew they were doing,
Yeah,
right? With the popcorn
yeah.
ceilings.
Which is fine, but then you gotta screw it in.
Okay.
And you gotta find a wood post, you gotta screw it in, and you gotta mud it and sand it and then paint it to give it that finished look. When they pulled the trim off, what you're supposed to do to take off trim in a house is you take a knife first and just score it right there.
Oh,
And then when you pull it off, this doesn't happen. But if you just pull it off and it pulls off the trim, now you got a whole mess you gotta clean
Yeah.
up and paint.
I don't know if I have to replace the entire window now because it's not staying up.
Well, so you won't pass a rental inspection because
Yeah.
the window won't stay up. But it might be your track, so I'm not sure if the track's like done. Usually you can repair vinyl windows.
So, and I noticed this is what made me realize that the water wasn't on. Like, to me, that looks wet. But I noticed that none of the water has been on. So,
Once all the fixtures are in, right, then you should be able to turn the water on.
but what I'm saying is like they had the walls open. So
Yeah,
like,
I got you.
you know what I'm like in,
Yeah.
in DC, you know, when you have an inspector, they'll come and check the plumbing.
you turn it on before the walls are closed.
Yeah, so now it's like I'm concerned that because the water wasn't turned on, it wasn't turned on, and now the walls are up. If there is a problem now, what?
It's definitely. I mean, there's water all the way around.
Since the walls are in, you're not gonna know exactly where the leak's coming from. Yeah, they're gonna have to open this up.
Yeah.
Because that's what made me think like,
Yeah.
hey, we never had any water.
No, you're right.
Like, what? Why not? What's going on?
All right, so it's leaking. It's this pipe right here is leaking, and it's leaking behind the wall. So we have an instance of just having challenges with contractors, and so the contractor kept saying, "Don't turn the water on," but all the plumbing's done. We're like, "Well, if the plumbing's done, let's turn it on." So we turned on the plumbing and found a leak underneath the sink from one of the supply lines. So connecting to, because they didn't do all the plumbing in the house, they connected to the old plumbing, and so I think the connection isn't sealed, so I think that might be why that's leaking. But we also had a weird pressure issue in the shower, so there's definitely some plumbing issues here that we gotta make sure get cleaned up with hiring a new contractor to come in and finish everything out.
Yeah, that's the water. Yep. And you can see it's starting to get wet right there too.
And then yeah, when this all gets finished out, that spot won't be a big deal. You gotta paint it anyway, just prime it and paint it. No, it didn't drip yet. Oh, yep, it's dripping over here. Oh, it's dripping. You see it dripping back on the walls? Well, what's this? Oh, because it's dripping down
we
the
gotta
cabinet.
get that plumbing. Yeah, and it's all right here. You can feel it.
This is real life, you know? This is just how it is. And really for some of the other walkthroughs, they were going through houses they just bought or completed. This is an active construction site. And construction is not seamless. It's not, you know, it just things pop up and you're running all around and that's just how it goes. So no, not at all. Get some folks in here that can just finish it out and have experience and know what they're doing, because a lot of the stuff, it's little.
But it could cause a big problem.
It could cause big problems.
It's already coming down to the cabinet.
Definitely, right? Which is why there's 3 things, right? We want to make sure, you know, and I get it, right?
Quality and money.
Time, quality, and money with these contractors. You get a plumber in here first, and then you're gonna get someone in here that can do the floors. People that do the floors know how to do the trim and the quarter round everywhere, so that should be fine. So, all right, so you're gonna hire, you're gonna get a plumber, you're gonna change things out, you're gonna figure out the scope, the construction, what else is left, how you end the current relationship, and just move forward from there. So, thanks for having me.
Thank you.
So one of the really great things about us being in Baltimore, focusing on Baltimore, all of our NEXTGen Accelerator students investing in Baltimore means that we can just pull up. So we had one of our group coaching calls, heard that Kamar was having some challenges with her property, and so within a couple of days we did exactly that. We pulled up and walked through and be able to make sure that she's able to find success and successfully renovate her property. Now, she went through a few things because she wasn't telling me what was going on, and so as soon as we found out, it was time to swoop in and make sure that she's set up for success and she can take this vacant house and make it a home, and make sure that the work is done well, and she gets it done. Her experience isn't new, right? Having a challenge with contractors or quality of work, those types of things are new, and there's nothing, catastrophic going on, but sometimes you just need some clarity on what's happening, what needs to happen, and how to make the next best step forward. So excited to have been able to come out here and check out the house and be with her in person and help make sure that she's able to move forward in the right way.